Hey, good morning. Get you a cup of coffee. If you're here locally, there's probably some white stuff outside. It's pretty cold outside today, but let's get a cup of coffee. Let's sit down and let's talk about your tank. In Galatians chapter 6, verse 6, it says this: let him who is taught the word share in all good things with him who teaches. See, there has to be equality in your life. Meaning this: have you ever went to the ATM and went to withdraw some money and you were declined because maybe your account was too low? You ever went and try to charge something, and then you got that big word come up on the screen there, it says declined? You have to replenish in order to take back. Meaning that if you work hard, you've got to play hard. If something is pouring into you, then you need to pour back into it. God never intended one to always be filled at the cost of others being diminished or depleted. There has to be balance in your life. There has to be a replenishment back to it. It works in everything from relationships, how we deal with money, our relationship with God, how we minister to others. Many times we're constantly pulling from our well, but never replenishing it. A lot of times we're pulling from people. We never replenish it back to them. Kind of like this. You ever, I hope not, but you've seen people at a restaurant, they have a waitress or waiter, and they run ragged the whole service, they're taking care of you, and then they get stiffed when it comes to a tip. That waiter or waitress has just replenished everything, just kind of poured out to them, and in return, they've got nothing back. Or drawing from a ministry or drawing from someone constantly and never giving back to them. It's the same way with credit card, your checking account, relationships. If you're constantly pulling and you never pay it back, there'll come a day where that will be cut off from you because there's nothing left to pull from. During this pandemic, during everything that's been going on, so many people are empty. So many people are depleted. So many people, maybe your bank account is like nothing. You've got to replenish. You've got to find that place to where you can refill your tank, that you can give back to those you've drawn from, that you can take a time and just in your relationship and have that conversation or have that cup of coffee. In the time that we live in, if you live too long on an empty tank, you will experience true burnout. And you're good for no one, and you're not even good for yourself. So today, take the time to drink a cup of coffee, maybe two. Look at ways how you can replenish your life, replenish your heart, replenish your soul. And one of the best ways that I know how to do that is through prayer and through the Word of God and through the fellowship of other people. You don't have to be in a large gathering with tons of people to be replenished. Maybe it's just a simple phone call. Maybe it's just a simple lunch together. Maybe it's just something to be able to talk to one another and pour into one another so that your tank may be filled. So when you're taught the Word, sharing all good things with those who teach them, replenish back to those you draw from. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.